And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 167. This is our college football Week 11 preview. Week 11, and LSU season is dead. How about that, guys? We didn't get to talk about it Sunday because we were watching that incredible Bills-Bengals game that about put me to freaking sleep.
It was a good game.
What?
It was a good game.
I mean, it was a close scoring game, but it was boring.
It wasn't
not boring to y'all?
It wasn't a shootout.
It wasn't a shootout, but it was just a boring game.
There's been a lot of NFL games that have been boring to me this year, though.
Yeah, but I'll say this: the Bengals offense is just they play a boring style and they want to.
They do. It's the passing version of the Eagles.
Yeah, like
that's what it is. They want to chip their way down. It's like watching Tom Brady play.
Honestly, yeah,
dink and dive. I mean, that's all he's wanting for. They're not looking for home runs, which. I mean, to give them credit, they're good at it, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But whenever you have three stud wide receivers, you would expect them to sling that.
And you saw their time of possession at one point. It was like 21-9 or something at half.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's weird how the Bengals they get talked about as this high-powered explosive offense, they don't play that way. And maybe that's just them trying to get by through the regular season. It's kind of like the Chiefs are as well.
Playoff time, they usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that their defense is kind of lacking this year. So the more clock that runs off the more time runs off the clock, the less time that defense is on the field.
Yeah.
So they're trying to help their defense out, which is going to essentially help their team out.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's not what you would expect hearing Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
No, it was just a very Joe Mixon as well. It was a very boring game, honestly. But I mean, it was close. It was to the end, I guess, and so we didn't get to talk
100 times compared to what we got prime time this week.
You're not ready for Jets Raiders?
Freak! The Bears Panthers tomorrow night.
That's gonna be atrocious.
I'm gonna. I might not watch that one.
Oh, I'm not. There's no might.
I might not watch that.
I haven't.
No might.
I'm trying to think the last Thursday night game I didn't watch, and I think it was Bears Commanders. I think I went to a movie that night.
Yeah, last year.
No, this year. They were already on it. When they put up like 40 points, DJ Moore.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch that either.
I think I went to a movie that night. So not sure what's happening tomorrow. I'll probably bet on the game.
Just because I have the itch.
Yeah, well, that's what Big Cat posted a tweet. He was like, "This is where the real, the real sickos come out this week during the primetime games. Bears Panthers.
The real what's the degenerates?
Yeah, Bears Panthers Thursday. London game is Colts Patriots. Sunday night is Jets Raiders, and then Monday is Vikings. No, Broncos.
Bills.
Bills. Yeah.
Bills.
Have y'all seen that Bill Belichick might get fired if they lose in Germany?
I don't know.
Is the big elusive contract this offseason, is that true or not?
Cowherd brought on Logan Ryan today.
What are you talking about?
The show.
What are you talking about?
That
Belichick supposedly signed an extension
and
this year.
A huge extension this summer. It was under the radar.
You remember that?
About
3 weeks ago, when everybody was talking about him being fired, Schefter tweeted out at 8 a.m., Patriots signed an extension with Belichick this summer. No one knew.
Like huge multi-year.
That sounds about right.
And no one knows the details of it. But Cowherd brought on Logan Ryan today onto his show. Logan Ryan, big Patriot guy, and Cowherd was like, stuff like this doesn't leak from the organization. Why did they come out and say this at that point? He said, is it just to essentially lay the groundwork for there to be a firing or some type of change or someone wanting Belichick out the door like that? And Ryan was like, that was the first thing I thought was this isn't a normal thing to happen with the Patriots. So he's thinking he's kind of buying into the fact that something might be happening as well. So, very, very interesting situation there. I mean, I'd be shocked if Belichick's fired if they lose, but I'm rooting for Minshew now just to see what happens.
Does he Does he have the right to be fired? Absolutely. But does he deserve that with who he is and what he's done? I think you got to let him finish it out.
Yeah, but the thing about Belichick, he'll coach till he dies.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the contract. I'm talking about the season.
Oh, the season.
Fire him at the end of the season.
If Belichick gets
he
fired,
does not deserve to get fired.
I agree with that.
Mid-season.
If he gets fired, Jeremiah Robinson Earl signed Friday. Two-way deal. It just popped up on the screen.
There you go. You said a month ago.
I said a couple weeks. Yeah. If he gets fired, what does he do? He's not done. He's not done coaching football.
Who wants
he
to
goes to office?
He'll be in the office
with the Patriots.
That makes sense. Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised.
What? But where does Bill Belichick go in football from here?
They were saying that's what Washington wants from to be
him to be the like.
That, I have seen that. I've seen a lot of rumors. They want to make a splash.
Yeah,
they want to make a big splash.
I can't.
He'll be the GM.
I just can't
or
think
the
of
president,
him.
and they'll hire Josh McDaniels, and it'll be the Patriots.
McDaniels is done
in DC.
They'll hire Bill O'Brien.
McDaniels is done.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson.
I don't think a Bill O'Brien hire would be a bad hire. Just keep him out of the GM role.
Yeah, but don't let him have every bit of control.
Where's he at now? Is he still in
OC.
New England?
Mm-hmm. He was doing fine as head coach at Houston.
And he did fine at Bama.
Until he freaking started.
Until he traded DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson and a third.
And he traded J.J. Watt.
Started getting him that kind of power. And it's
he kind of make it a little bit more personal.
Yeah, that's our intro to this episode. It's our college episode. But
sorry, I had to ask.
I'm not even sure how we got there.
No, that's what she said.
Talking about season over.
Yeah, talking about Sunday. Talking about Sunday with the Bills Bengals. We didn't get to talk about that great Bama LSU game.
We'll start with that now.
I mean, we don't even have to really. Is there anything y'all want to say? I got to watch very little of it. I watched the end of the first quarter. I think that was it.
No way Matt House keeps his job.
No shot.
Why is he still there?
He packed.
They're not going to fire him in the year. There's no point.
USC.
He don't deserve that. He don't deserve
USC
the right to not get fired.
I'm telling you what, Lincoln's got more pressure on him than people think.
My
yeah,
because they didn't give him a 10-year deal, so they can pay his out.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's not getting good at all.
No, it's weird out there.
And Caleb's gone, so
yeah, exactly. I mean,
I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching a little bit of the
when does
Washington
Tackett hit
USC
the portal?
game. I was watching a little bit of that after the LSU game, ended or was basically over. Y'all remember the name Mario Williams?
Which one?
From Oklahoma. He transferred with Caleb from Oklahoma to USC.
Mario Williams?
Yeah.
No.
He was a huge, big-time recruit. Big-time wide receiver for Oklahoma.
Oh, I do remember him.
Transferred with Caleb. Everybody was like, oh, my God, here we go. Got outshined by Jordan Addison last year. And then this year he ain't done nothing either. It's just a weird thought that like people thought he was going to be like insane.
I forgot about
that's
that.
him.
I don't remember him. Did he played at Oklahoma though?
Yeah.
Yeah, 380 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then last year 600
freshman.
yards, 5 touchdowns. Well, it's because they brought in another freshman, that Branch kid.
Oh, okay.
Who's been playing the best for USC this year. This dude looks essentially like he's Hollywood Brown, 5'9", 175. That's pretty much the Hollywood Brown build.
Probably.
There's like 4 Mario Williams that have played sports, I feel like. Mario or Mike, either one of those.
Yeah, there has been multiple Mikes.
Yeah. And then
they all play wide receiver.
Mario's a D-end.
Number 1 pick from NC State.
But yeah. This is week 11. LSU season is done. Matt House is hopefully done eventually. All right, hold up. So one more thing.
I'm gonna say this.
Matt Moscona, did you see his clip that he put out talking about
year 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that with what LSU's got next year.
I still think we're
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I think next year we'll see strides.
I think next year we take a step back almost.
But what's back? Because I mean,
we're gonna
back
take
is going to be expectations we had for last year that we overachieved. Probably.
I think back is just that there's going to be some type of regression that you're getting rid of a 5-year starting quarterback. You're losing 2 first-round possible wide receivers.
I still don't think Nelson Myers could be amazing.
You're losing a couple running backs. You're going to be starting a quarterback that has no experience.
Never played. Like, barely played.
You're going to lose a little bit on the line, but it'll still be great.
He's going to be a super.
The whole 5 could come back on offensive line.
Yeah,
but
all 5 of them.
Some of the interior guys can.
Even the center can.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Miles Frazier was a freshman All-American when he transferred.
I thought there was 1 or 2 that would be gone.
No.
I don't know about the center, but I know I saw somewhere
center
he's a
can if
senior.
he wants to.
Okay.
He has a COVID year, yeah.
But I know Frazier was a freshman All-American at FIU.
Yes, and
Corey Brewer looks like Karl Malone.
God, he looks old.
I bet he can still play. I bet he can.
Put him in that Florida blue and
Y'all
orange.
need him. Yeah.
I bet he can shoot a 3 better than half our team.
He had a 50. He had a 50 piece back in the day.
God. And they're probably about to show.
They're probably about to show it now. Yeah.
Clay could work for Bally Sports
because I think he did it with the Wolves.
With Johnny Flynn and all them.
Yeah, what's concerned me on this offense is how they have literally not tried to put any of the young receivers out there.
Yeah, at all.
At all.
We're about to lose Lacey. Is he's done?
Senior.
Yeah. So
we're
about to lose
your top 3.
We're losing the 3 guys that catch footballs.
Chris Hilton and Aaron Anderson are your only 2 guys with experience.
Crap, Anderson might go back to Bama.
But I wonder if Thomas is still going to leave. I wonder if Thomas will leave. I feel like he has to, but it's a really good wide receiver class as well.
I think Thomas, if he comes back, he could possibly get to that
top 2 or 3,
top 10 pick.
Neighbors is barely a number 3 wide receiver in this draft because of Marvin Harrison and Oduze from
Neighbors.
Washington.
Well, Neighbors will be up there, and then Coleman as well.
Yeah,
I mean he's not even getting mocked up there yet.
No, Neighbors is
he's in the 30s.
No, he's going top.
I saw 3 mocks today.
He's going top half.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
he was
last
top
week
15.
He was at like 31 or 32.
People are kind of down on the Washington guy. It seems like it's Harrison, Coleman, and Neighbors right now.
Neighbors got 100 more yards than anybody else in the country.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And he won't even get the blip guy, which just sucks.
Yeah,
no, they'll give it to Harrison.
He deserves it, but he's not going to get it.
Well, he might get it. You never know.
I don't think he will.
I don't think.
We'll see what Harrison does the next couple weeks.
They'll give it to Harrison.
We'll see what happens against that Michigan game. Yeah, if he puts up 100 on Michigan, I'll give it to him.
But I agree. I'm concerned that
I think
we're
next
not
year's a
getting
step
reps. We're not getting reps from them wide receivers
at all.
They're all freaking 5 stars.
How many of the running backs are we losing? Emory's got to be done.
Emory has to.
Emory and Kane are only 2.
Yeah,
Williams.
That's it.
Yeah, and Williams. Yeah.
Well, he ain't played hardly at
Bradford.
all.
I know Bradford can go.
I love how we knew Josh Williams was going to play Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Diggs have another year?
He could. Mm-hmm.
Like, I was listening to y'all's pod from the other day, and you brought up it feels like a Josh Williams game. And I was like, you know what? It kind of does. Yeah. It just feels like he wants a guy he can trust.
What,
he didn't really play Diggs a whole lot.
I said we needed 75 yards from the running backs. I don't think we got that.
There's no shot we did. We had no big gains.
We didn't hardly run it any in the second half.
No, we couldn't.
I said if we got 75 from the running backs, we
had
win.
to score. We couldn't risk taking a negative game.
What sucks about that game the other night?
We had 43.
Good math. Good math.
What sucks is you can get away with 1 pick, but when Jaden threw that pick, it's like the air just deflated out of that game. And it wasn't his fault. It was a tip ball. Dallas Turner tipped it up. They called it. But
we knew we had to be perfect.
Yeah, you had to be perfect.
You had to be perfect.
And then when Mason Taylor dropped that ball, that was over.
That was the dagger.
That was the dagger.
I think I said ball game early in the game. I'll use it as a rallying cry.
I was just living through y'all's text.
Yeah,
that's how I could tell the vibe of the game, and it never felt good.
No.
We were winning. I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
But now I did feel good.
6 touchdowns on the ground for Bama.
I did feel good. Yeah,
they pulled out.
I haven't even watched highlights.
They pulled out their nut
I,
sacks, Clay. This is what they did. They pulled out their nut sacks, dropped them out in front of us, and we said we don't want none of that. That's what they did.
The only plays that I've seen from this game was Lacey's touchdown right before half, and Daniels running for 30 yards towards the end of the first.
That set up the Lacey touchdown.
Yes.
Oh, so that was into the second? Okay. Those are the only plays I've seen of the game.
That was the I
can't stop.
Miss Horsecollar.
Was that on that
play too, I think.
I can't remember.
He ran it. It was probably for the 40-yard gain that he had instead, actually. But yeah, it was just not a.
What sucks is
not a game.
You won the coin flip. You deferred, which I was hesitant on that. You held them to the punt on the first series.
Then you score.
You score at half. You score
with a big play,
and then you scored at halftime, right before half.
It's set up. You got the extra possession.
Coming out of the locker room, and you're up by 7. I told Dad, I was like, man, everything is happening like we need to. Like the momentum, you feel like it's. And then they literally ran it the whole way down the field and tied up. And I told Dad, I was like,
we have to answer.
We have to answer every time.
Yeah.
We won't stop at one time.
That's what we did in 2019. Every time Bama scored, we scored.
Yeah. It's just, man.
And we couldn't do it.
No, couldn't do it. You can't.
And it ain't the offense's fault.
No. You
can't ask an offense to go out there and be perfect, especially not against Nick Saban.
I mean, they literally.
In Tuscaloosa.
You could not make one stop. Like, why the hell is Whitweek's not playing?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing that's worth getting fired over.
No. Worst thing was not having a quarterback spy after the bastard had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Whitweeks could have done that.
Yeah. Or put freaking Perkins on it.
Like
no, we weren't getting a pass
20
rush
carries
from
for 155 yards and 4
touchdowns. They ran the damn Wildcat, Peyton.
That's all they did.
They ran a Wildcat.
That's it. That is,
with Dexter McCluster. He threw it a little bit more.
With Dexter McCluster.
He never, ever, ever looked to throw it the second half. He never had
He didn't have
throw
to.
No.
Our freaking DNs were trying to stay in their pass rush lanes.
They couldn't do it.
It didn't matter. He found a little ways. We were rushing 4 and weren't getting home. We were in trouble.
Did you notice the linebackers? As soon as you snap the ball, they're 10 to 12 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Deep. They were playing deep, yeah.
I mean, like, why? Why?
And we ran zone. I get we have to run zone to help out our lack of good corners. I get that. Which zone theoretically should help against a running quarterback because everybody's not turned going downfield with your guy. They're facing the field of play.
Yes.
But so I get why we didn't run a spy, but I also don't get why when it didn't work, we didn't go and say, okay, Harold, if you want to stay in Louisiana and not go back to Texas, you're going to stand your butt right here 5 yards away from the ball and follow Milroe wherever he goes. I don't get that. Like, I do not understand that.
You rotate him and Witt doing that throughout the game. Like
I don't understand.
And it's not Harold's fault. And Perk actually graded out to have a good game.
Yeah, he got a sack, didn't he?
Yeah, he played. I mean, like he.
I feel like he's had a sophomore slump this year.
His expectations are so freaking high, though.
The expectations are ridiculous high, and he has in stat wise because he's not getting the sacks.
Yeah,
but pass protection, he's done really well.
Yeah,
which you're not going to see that. That's not going to jump off the TV screen to you. You're not gonna,
and I'll give Milroe credit. He made 2 very good plays passing the ball. He scrambled around the backfield whenever we had a decent pass rush finally.
Yeah.
He's like, uh-oh, and he goes forward. He's about to take off, and then he sees McClendon.
I mean, end of the day, I know,
McClendon right in front of the line of scrimmage, like 40 or 50-yard catch.
I know.
And the same little thing to the right,
I'm about to say, I've
barely threw it over Perkins' hands.
From what it sounded like with y'all, it was just a lot of yak stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
End of the day, he had the same stat line as Daniels passing. Like identical. 15 for 24, 15 for 23, both for 219.
I wonder what I guarantee.
But 2 of his plays go down. 2 of his plays equaled like half of his yards.
1 for 42, 1 for 35,
yes.
1 for 22.
That 42-yarder was like a
the 42.
It was 3rd and 5.
Yes, it was 3rd and 5, and that's when he threw it. I'm talking about barely threw it over the line of scrimmage.
He was about to get sacked because he wasn't even going to throw it away. He was going to take the sack. He was going to get sacked.
Oh, there's the freshman safety we talked about with.
That boy's good.
We talked about
freaking good, Clay. When somebody got hurt at the end of the first half, I was like, please be Downs. Yeah. Please be Downs. There's going to be somebody.
That's what you call a 5-star.
He's freaking legit.
Yeah. So, as we talked about, like
Dallas Turner's a piece of crap.
we're losing
3rd time.
Yeah.
It's just 3rd freaking time.
Yes.
Like that.
And did you see the radio clip where somebody predicted it?
Yeah, that's what I sent y'all.
Yeah, you sent that. Dude predicted it.
Mitchell, what's his first name? Moscona had him on. Yeah.
He's like an SEC beat writer.
Yeah, he called that crap. He knew it was coming. I mean, that's as dirty as league. And the fact that they turned it into the league office and they still didn't do anything about it. That's bullcrap.
League offices are in Birmingham.
That's bullcrap, man.
So we're losing Daniels, we're losing Neighbors, we're losing Thomas, possibly.
Lacey.
We're losing Lacey. We're losing some of the running back depth.
Yes.
Defensively,
I wouldn't say
defensively, what are we losing?
Depth.
A couple corners. couple safeties maybe.
No,
Sage Ryan has to graduate, huh? He's old.
He's
Ain't
back.
old.
No.
Major
Omar
Burns.
Spates.
Spates is out.
Which we got
Spates
Witt.
is senior.
We got baby.
Some of the corners are grad transfers, right? Cy Alexander.
Cy could be back.
Deuce is gone.
Which really, there's not much on this
Deuce has been
defense.
gone for 2
There's not
months.
much on this defense we want back.
No, that's
also
the thing.
correct.
Mason Smith.
I think OV
unfortunately,
Smith and
Oguku.
Wingo.
Wingo could come back if he wants. Major Burns can come back if he wants.
Is
Sam's
Smith coming
gone.
back though?
Who?
Is Smith gonna come back?
I think he is.
I think he has to.
I think he has to. Sam's gone.
Sam's gone for sure.
Sam's your only one. Hey, Taviano played really well.
I thought our DBs played fine.
I like Taviano.
I thought our DBs played perfectly fine. Like,
Jaden
did
Daniels,
we get beat? Absolutely.
Jaden Daniels and Brian
But-
Thomas has as many tackles as Mason Smith.
Well, he's not a guy that gets tackles. That's not his job. He's a 3-tech. 3-techs don't get tackles.
Yeah, but he had one.
Jordan Davis went top 15 overall.
Yeah, but
15 tackles.
he had
one
one.
year.
He had one.
Yeah.
And they ran for 288.
So and that's what I said in that text. I'm like, the defense scares me because it's not. You got so many holes, and you don't have any,
All of the holes are coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
And you don't really have immediate
you don't
replacements coming in
have-
unless
right.
you hit the portal. But
I'm tired of the portal.
that's tough to.
It's tough, man. You can't.
That's the only
Like
way
we
you
saw
can
that
do
with
it.
I
Spates
know.
this year. Like
Yeah.
Spates was our big portal get this year, and some of the corners.
No, that'd be Denver Harris.
Yeah.
Who is a freaking no call, no show right now.
yeah, he's.
And the J.K. Johnson guy,
I'm
he got
talking
hurt.
more
Sure,
more
BK
from
the other day.
experience wise.
I think I know why Al Harris ain't playing.
Can't stay off the weed.
No, you have tutoring at 1:30. You can't show up at 2:30.
Little things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we care about. Because Denver Harris is going to really care about his education. He's going to the NFL.
Yeah, but the problem is,
Who cares,
I know,
man?
but you can't let him
I don't
do
care.
it.
You have to.
to.
I don't care.
He's trying to mold
I
young
won't,
men.
I won't add.
That's what.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why we're in this predicament we're in now.
Yeah, but we got a ring.
'Cause
We had
BK
happiness.
BK showed up and he had 38 players. That's
I don't-
why we're in this.
I don't even
situation.
think Ed won us that ring.
I mean, like
That'd be Dave Aranda's team and Joe
like-
Brady.
that.
We had happiness, though. we always have that.
Dave Aranda's getting fired this
I
offseason.
am holding a sign out for him.
0% chance he comes
Come back home.
He ain't coming back.
0%
He
chance.
loved Baton Rouge. His
0%.
His wife loved it even more.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Love Baton
That's all that
Rouge.
matters. That's what got Dansby Swanson to
He-
Chicago.
He's not going to be another head coach. He's going back to be a DC.
Uh-huh.
The only move he might make is go to the NFL
Bama.
because he's a good recruiter, but he doesn't love it. So I
No.
could see him going to the NFL if he does. If he doesn't, he's back in Baton Rouge. I think.
Go be Dabo's DC.
My only thing is,
He don't play defense the Clemson way.
shit. I'm not putting all this on that house.
No, at some point though, you got to look at the guy.
You do, but dude, look at,
we're outmanned.
look at last year.
Yeah, we're outmanned.
He made adjustments all year. We were bragging how he'd make adjustments for the second half, and like it's players. It's we don't have the guys out there.
But he didn't make the
But
adjustment Saturday.
He did not make the adjustment Saturday. But you
did
know what?
not.
There's 10 coaches on the sidelines with headsets. You can't tell me one of them didn't mention like, hey, why don't we put a spy on that guy? Try it one series, see what happens.
Because that's what makes me feel like
It makes me
he
think
had a reason to not do it.
Well, that makes me think it's almost a Brian Kelly suggestion to not do it. Like he didn't want that.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if he says to do it, you got to do it.
Yeah. Like if Kelly says we don't want the spy, Matt House can't do the spy.
I mean, there's no way they just said, I fear Milroe's arm. But Milroe, like, he didn't look bad passing the ball in the first half.
No, he opened it up enough. He had enough passes.
He
to open
made,
it up.
that's like what Kyle was saying, make him beat us throwing. He showed me
He
enough.
showed enough that
He showed me enough that he could do it.
Yeah.
You know, did he miss some passes? Yes. But
and-
he did enough.
And you don't expect a quarterback to run. Well, I mean, what did he average?
7.8.
8 yards. Okay. You didn't expect him to almost
Daniels
get
averaged 15.
Get almost a first down every time when you run the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you think you're going to make some stops on that.
Yeah.
And we just didn't. And sometimes it was bad. Like, it wasn't because
Bad
of missed tackles.
tackling.
Yeah, it was a bad tackle. But sometimes we didn't have a guy anywhere around him.
In the area code.
Yeah. Like, he would get 6-7 yards before somebody got to him. I just, man. And what sucks is I didn't, even as bad as our defense is, I sat there and I'm like, we're not that far from behind Bama. Like, I don't feel like they're that much better.
No,
than
we
us.
played 10 times. They probably beat us 8, 7.
Yeah, we
could beat, or maybe they might do 6.
Yeah, 6 and 4. Yeah, I just.
But hey, at least we don't have to lie to ourselves. Say we're going to beat Georgia.
Yeah,
that's the positive here. So glass half full.
Georgia might stomp Bama.
I don't think Georgia's going to win the national championship, though.
Michigan's going to win that thing.
I think they are.
Well, but now
I think Harbaugh is going to be so freaking pissed.
Our season is.
It's over.
Yeah.
This is what you always bitch about.
This is what I hate about college
sports.
football.
Yeah.
This is why I'm ready for next year. Because
Now-
if it's next year, our season might not be over
Yeah,
yet.
you've got to get on the recruiting trail.
Yeah.
you got to be excited about us flipping Bryce Underwood today.
Yeah. Well, now you got it.
That we can't play for 2 years.
I mean, you need to. All right.
Now we see the freshman wide receivers.
Yeah,
play.
and BK showed up.
Now I just don't watch another game this
BK
year.
showed up with 38 scholarship players. If he goes back-to-back 10-win seasons the first 2 years, I think that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what hurt us this year was last year. The
I
bar
just
got
hate-
set too high last year.
I hate the fact that he is who he is, like Brian is, or BK. I don't know why I called him Brian. I mean, he's Mr. Brian. I hate that BK is BK from Notre Dame still, because all you hear is, "Oh, this is what he does. He doesn't achieve."
I mean, he's gonna be Brian from Notre Dame until he proves himself otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks but nobody's going to take that into account. You know,
I promise
he had to
you,
rebuild a whole freaking roster.
There's not many coaches that could come in here and win 20 games in 2 years.
No.
I promise.
No.
Like,
Look
that was
at
a
what we had to
dumpster
do.
fire.
We had no defensive backs on the freaking roster.
And we still don't.
We still don't.
But
I mean,
so right now though, next year doesn't look like it's our year.
No, you got to go portal again.
Next year's our down year.
You got to hope Toviano pans
and
out.
I think he is.
Is year 4 going to be our year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have to.
So we're hoping for year 4.
But then who's playing quarterback?
Because they always say, Clay,
Another first-year guy.
They always say this, and I believe it. It takes 3 recruiting classes to get it going, to really get your program running.
Because those guys become seniors.
Juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
Like, it takes 3 classes to get in there, especially when you start out
Especially
with 38
when you're changing
players.
a complete culture.
Yeah, like you got to get 3 good
There's
classes in there.
There's still Orgeron guys on the team. Sadron's an Orgeron guy.
Yes.
You have to take that. John Emery, he's a Les Miles guy.
Nuss can play 2 years, right?
Yes.
He can? Okay,
Yeah,
then we're going to have to win on Nuss's senior year.
He's got 2 years.
We're going to need Nuss to be something good next year and then win it all for us in year 4.
Yeah, exactly.
It's doable.
It really is, because then you got.
That's the thing. It's going to be. If we don't win at year 4, what the crap happens?
You got
we just
Sheldon,
keep on keeping
You
them.
got Sheldon Sampson.
Are we just going to keep being 10-win LSU?
Yeah, until we crack through like we did in 2019.
Keep knocking on the door. Yeah.
That's what college football is.
That's what it is.
How many years did we give them? 10?
But hey, we do get 12-team playoffs starting next year.
Look what Michigan did.
What was our contract to Kelly?
10
for 100.
Yeah.
10 for
I mean,
100.
that's 10 for 100. That's why that's what he said. That's what, and he keeps
But
saying
if
that.
if next year, say we win 8 games next year,
he ain't getting fired.
No, and then the next year we don't win the West. Year 4, we don't win the West.
We won't have that next year. It's not going to be the West.
Well, and we don't make the conference championship.
Yeah.
Year 4. Like, where do you go from there? That just feels like you're just stuck at that point.
Are you though? I mean,
4 years at LSU, you need to be a serious title contender by then. I feel.
I mean, I think
It's just not that easy.
It's not, man.
Because these are kids.
At LSU, though.
But this
we're
is
LSU.
It's not like the NFL or the NBA or the MLB where you have these guys for 10 or 11 years. You have these guys playing for 2 years, if you're lucky.
2, because a lot of times they don't play as a freshman.
Yeah, like
So they
you
come
might
in
have
as
for 2
sophomore and
whole
junior.
years as players.
Yeah.
So you're hoping to strike gold in recruiting. That's what makes college football so difficult.
And then now the way you're losing them left and right in the portal.
Yeah, I mean it makes it even harder.
This is why I laugh.
You're having to recruit year round now.
And this is why almost every week I bring it up. When freaking Prime said I'm 7-8 players away. Hell, you're not. You're not even half of what we are right now, and we're not.
We
more than
might be 7 or 8.
Yeah, we might be.
You give me 4 DBs,
like
4 DBs
that's why
and a pass rush.
That's why I laughed, because to make
we
a
would
run
have to know with our offense. Our offense is a national championship offense.
Easily, yes.
You give me 7 dudes on that defense, we win a national
you're winning
championship.
an 80. Because
like,
you know
with
what?
ease.
Those guys get you to about. You don't have to just give me the 50th ranked defense in the country. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I'm just not asking for the 100th.
I think we have the best offense in the country.
Like I think I saw in the
Whenever
last
it's clicking.
4 years, the best defensive ranked team was like 20 or something like that. Like you don't have to be great, just be just decent.
Serviceable. 2019.
Average. Yes, exactly.
2019, be serviceable.
Okay, I mean that's what because Prime's thinking like I just need 7 starters. No, to win a national championship, you better be too deep in most all your positions. Like that. That's just not
because somebody's gonna get banged up.
Yes,
defensively at least you need to be too deep.
Defensively,
offense you can have. Yeah, you can have 12 guys.
You need to have 2 solid backup linemen on offense.
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
you better
or have good luck.
We haven't had to.
No, we've been lucky.
Where does this come from?
Which I'll be honest with you,
offensive line health.
We hadn't been hurt since BK's gotten there. Health wise, we've been good.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually mentioned that when he brought that new strength and conditioning coach. That was one of the things that they were focusing on was keeping guys healthy, not having many injuries, and they have achieved that goal.
Besides the ACL from jumping, that was it.
Yeah, I mean, which was crazy.
Why is he playing?
I mean, yeah.
Why is he playing?
So I just
steeples.
And you don't know too, Clay. I mean, like it's hard to predict now. Like this the kid coming out of Florida, the quarterback. I mean, he'd be a freshman next year. In 2 years, you might be like, "Oh crap! Like this dude's the real deal."
Yeah. Crap! He sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know.
Who was the kid? Max Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh crap! He's going to be good. Oh no, he really actually sucks. And there's a couple. There's Connor Weigman, the dude that went to A&M. Klubnik, which they're looking better.
Ugalagale.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these dudes or whoever's playing quarterback for Ohio State right now. That was the #1 quarterback in the nation.
McCord.
Yeah.
Was he #1?
They always get the top 2 or 3.
He's looking good now.
But you're looking at all these dudes and you're thinking, oh, they're going to be amazing. They're going to be amazing. And then 2 years later, you're like,
and the reason I say that, okay, go to this year. What do you think was going to have one offense in the country? Like nobody thought that.
No, we thought it'd be top 20, top 15.
Mean, Clay, I remember Clay talking about like who's going to be #2 at receiver. Like Neighbors is the guy, but like who's going to step up?
Yeah, that was one of my biggest problems. Yeah, who's that next guy?
I was all over that. I'd like to point that out.
Yeah, I mean we all knew if anyone it was going to be Thomas. That was a guarantee, but
and then
we just wanted to see it.
We never thought we'd see what we've seen.
No,
especially from Jaden. Like
2019.
Why did he only have 3 catches against Bama?
Who's that?
Thomas.
Because Neighbors was open.
Neighbors was open the whole game.
Yeah, like he was open the whole game.
He
they could not
Kool-Aid.
They put him in slot, and then it was over. Like they could not touch.
Nobody has adjusted to that this season.
Nobody.
So his numbers are a little fluctuated because people are just stupid.
Nobody could touch him.
He's legit, man.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. You never really get in a great rhythm of passing because Jaden. He ran it a lot.
He ran a lot.
So, I mean, that you never got
I like that, too, man. He put the game on his freaking shoulders, man.
He was trying, man.
And he was like, I'm going to win this game for us. I want to give him a hug. Just be like, dude, I love you. Like, you're my second favorite quarterback ever.
You sit there and you look at the running backs. Like, I'm perfectly fine with Caleb Jackson being starter next year. I think he's going to be fine. Like, you have him with the Logan Diggs. If he comes back that 2-0, I'm good with that. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't need any more than that. I mean, if you want to have a third for whatever here and there, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just disappointing because we all thought this year could have been the year.
Yes.
Crap. A week ago, we thought this year was still the year. And now
after Ole Miss,
well, no, you lose that one game to Bama, which we've lost 3 games this year, and now it's like
we've lost 3 games.
Yeah.
Florida State, crap, forget about them.
Yeah, we've lost 3 games this year, and now it's like. Maybe we're winning it all in January 2025. That's our hope right now, and that's if everything goes right in 2 years.
That's college football. That's just how it is.
But when did Les arrive to LSU?
Who?
Les Miles.
05.
And then one in 07.
Yeah.
That was with Miss guys.
Ed came in 2017.
But he had a loaded roster.
Yeah, both of those coaches had rosters.
That wasn't Les's roster.
38 players.
Charles Scott got recruited by Nick Saban.
Give me
30.
Year 4 we got to win it. Year 4 we got to win it.
So in 2 years we got to win a national championship.
or we need to be in the freaking
You realize you're
contention.
betting on kids.
In year 4, I want to be in mid-November and still care.
Well, you will because you're gonna have a bigger playoff.
Yeah, I mean that right
That's
there.
the thing. Right now, we'd be 7 spots out the playoffs.
And we were
as a 3-win team.
And you'd make.
I mean, the formula would
and
change
we
a
might
little
would
bit.
make
You'd make it if you'd win out.
There's no way it would change.
The formula would change a little
Would be
bit.
there probably a guaranteed
That
group of 5.
They're saying it's going to be 16. It's just a matter of time. That's a guaranteed. It's going to be 16, especially with these power conferences they're going to now.
Yeah.
They said it'll be a 16-team playoff.
Yeah, there's no point in having all 5 champions in there now.
I want to
now
say
'cause
this
they
12
suck.
teams only like a 2-year contract. So I mean, you're going to get that 16.
And that for
quick.
sure starts next
and that's
year.
the thing. If it wasn't going to 12, I'm concerned in 2 years. Or I'm concerned that in 2 years we wouldn't be one of those top 4 teams.
Because I mean, I'll go back.
It's just disappointing.
Who the heck thought 2019 we was going to make that run?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Not one
Burrow sucked.
freaking person.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's college.
That's just
that
how
goes
it
back to
goes.
Chance was talking about. You're talking about kids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're 19 and 20 years old, but they're 19 and 20 years old.
Some over the summer might be like,
some are still freaking growing.
yeah, and some step their game up. Like you're like, holy crap, where did Jamar Chase come from?
Georgia coming
Like,
out
I mean-
absolutely nowhere.
Yeah,
You know, like they had been mediocre since Stafford, and then Jake Fromm gets down there, and then it just all changes. You know, Michigan finally figures it out. Ohio State still ain't done it, but they've somewhat figured it out.
And Michigan kind of goes back to our conversations. Like they were winning 10 games, 9 games, 10 games. Kept knocking on that door, and all of a sudden now they're in the playoffs.
It'll
every
fall
year.
in eventually.
Yeah, it just takes time, man. It does. Especially that's why I'll go back. That's why I made fun of Prime. Like, dude, you don't know. Like, I mean, I there's no way you're 2 all of a sudden being in contention. You're not 7 or 8 players behind. You're getting manhandled right now. You might not win another game the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm not mad, and I think when Matt House gets fired, I think they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to fire. They're gonna have to fire our boy at DB coach because
They're going to clean house.
they're gonna have to clean house on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to want somebody to buy into what he wants to do.
I hate it for Lindsey, the D line coach. It's not his fault. He got sick, but you can't have 3 years in a row at LSU have 3 different D line coaches.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason
We
why
need
the number
stability.
1 defensive lineman in the state of Louisiana is committed to A&M right now. I mean, like, and then all of a sudden the number 1 in the 2025 class said the other day that he's not even sure LSU is going to offer him, but yet A&M has offered him, Florida's offered him, and he said Bama's about to offer him. Like, but I mean, like I said, it's not Lindsey's fault, but like you're going to have to find somebody that's going to be a stability at the D line coach for you. So I mean, I think they're going to pretty much clean house on that side.
It's been weird how pass rushers just aren't at LSU anymore.
Yeah.
We just don't have them.
No, what?
I mean, Ojulari, I guess.
That's
but
a Aranda guy. You lost those when Aranda left. You haven't had that. You haven't had a lot.
See, House just never felt like he wanted to be a recruiter anyway.
I don't feel like he is.
I mean,
I've
BK's
never read about House.
head coach
getting
ain't a recruiter anyways. Like, head coach is just there.
No.
Unless you're
BK
Orgeron,
sends Frank
but-
Wilson to the guy that he wants.
Yes.
That's what he does. I
They
mean,
go and they seal the deal.
right, Frank Wilson, go to here.
I mean, that's why you have a staff. BK trusts the guys on his staff to make the right judgment, to make the right impression. You know what I'm saying? And you always see it's always like Joe Sloan. It's always Frank Wilson. He don't send any defensive guys, so that makes you feel like you kind of don't like really trust them, or he feels like they're not going to be there.
I'm telling you, he's going. Because like our,
I don't think you could touch
our
offense.
front 7 hasn't been the same since Aranda left.
No,
I mean, we're not putting the guys in the NFL like we were. The ones that we put in last year were Aranda's guys. He's the ones he recruited.
Yeah.
Who played the year? Who coached the year after Aranda? Was that freaking Bo Pelini?
Yeah.
Shoot me. Then
And
who was next?
The black guy that came from Minnesota.
Yep.
Vikings.
Yep.
James. Dante.
Brody. No, he
what's
played
his
for
name?
LSU.
thinking of Brady James.
Brady James.
West
Monroe.
Monroe. Yeah. God, what is that? James was his last name, wasn't it? He was there for 1 year, then went back to the NFL.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's disappointing.
That's another thing, too. You want to talk about hurt recruiting? Keep changing.
There's no stability.
Yeah, there's no stability. And there wasn't, because that was O. I mean, O caused the no stability.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a train wreck at the end. Like, I'm telling you, this program it's been a. Jay Johnson won in year 2 because Maneri left him a freaking kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, he left him Dylan Cruz. He left him Trey Morgan. Like, all he had to do is
Kim Mulkey won because it's girls
a piece of-
basketball.
Yeah, it's girls basketball, and with the portal, it don't take hard basketball to turn it around. Like, I mean, it doesn't. So, like, it football, man, at this level,
It's hard. It's hard.
man. It's so hard.
It just sucks because we're LSU. Like we expect and we should expect to year in and year out be Bama, be Georgia, be Ohio State, be Michigan. We should be those teams, and I feel like we're a step back right now.
All those schools you just named have had their coach there for 5+ years.
Yeah.
Stability.
Yeah,
And that's
Durante Jones.
Durante Jones. James. I don't know where I got James. That's where BK wants it. Like, that's
Yeah.
why he keeps saying this is a 10-year contract. Like, this is not going to be overnight. Like, so year 4, year 5,
yeah,
that's when you'll be there.
yeah. That's the thing. Like if year 4, if we're not seriously one of the top 2 teams in the SEC, then we're gonna start feeling pressure.
Yeah. If we'd have went 8-4 last year, this year would have been fine.
Yeah.
The pressure was.
If we'd have went 8-4 last year, we wouldn't have felt like we were winning a national championship this year.
We went 10-4. What made it to Atlanta, and now all of a sudden the expectations this year is like, oh, you're bringing a quarterback.
We brought everybody back.
Yeah, like where this is,
and got better at other positions.
yeah, and we thought we got better on some defensive spots, and we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, mine and Chance's favorite boy was actually better than we thought he was. Converse, that cornerback. I missed him.
I
all
miss
year.
him.
Yeah,
and like a guy like Jay Ward, and just like random.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Aranda. As a
Depth,
random guy.
depth
I mean,
pieces,
yeah,
man.
you don't have those type
And then
guys.
you
go
go
back
for the
to-
portal and
lo-
you strike out.
And you strike out.
You
It's
know?
it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean,
Luckily for us, it's not a 6-year contract.
Greg
or
Brooks
something.
would have been nice to have. You know, I mean, it sucks, but
How's he doing? I ain't heard her
I
update.
haven't heard an update either. On
It makes me kind of worried.
yeah, that or it's
Or
just
good.
kinda,
No news is good news.
Yeah, they're waiting.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I don't get. I love bringing the Louisiana guys back. I do. I don't get bringing a guy from Marshall, bringing a guy from Southeastern, bringing a guy like I know they're from
The
Louisiana.
only one that's really worked was Zai.
And he hasn't been great, but he's been
great.
all
He
right.
just
He's
looked
just better
good.
than what we got. But I just there's some this recruiting class this year is
It's important.
going to be very important.
Yeah. We got Xavier.
I feel.
Speaking of Xavier, I saw Blake Baker might be coming back. People put him on there as like those Tiger droppings, of course.
As
You
a
know,
DC?
As a DC, yeah. And you know that's
He gonna leave
Xavier's
Mizzou?
boy.
He gonna leave Mizzou?
Shit, we pay more.
He's a Baton Rouge boy.
Yeah, but
He's a Louisiana guy.
Yeah, he's a Louisiana guy.
That would solidify probably.
he's
Xavier
got it going
coming.
at Mizzou right
But
now.
that next step, he goes
Is
to
to
LSU,
LSU.
and then you're
And
next
then he's the head
coach.
Yeah, I mean that he'll
He
be.
took his step up by leaving linebacker coach. to
Yeah,
go up there.
yeah. So I mean, like you go to Missouri, you could be there for.
yeah, that would lock in Xavier a little bit more if
Oh,
he
it
does
would
come in there.
solidify it, Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's our 35 minutes on LSU.
Sorry.
We
It
had to do
happen.
that. Had to do that. We're going to run through this.
Clay just doesn't understand how hard it is in college sports.
No, I want to win. Sorry.
It's just not that easy.
Trust me, they're paying enough money. They want to too. And it just takes time, man.
No, I despise college football's current system, and I'm glad we're getting a playoff
Hallelujah.
because there's nothing more demoralizing
There's
than
nothing to play for. We could be 9.
we're the 19th best team in the country, and our season's over.
Dead.
And we've got
Dead.
4 more games this year.
Yep.
3 more games this year. I
Now,
hate that.
Our season technically could have already been dead before last week.
Yeah, I mean, crap. Look at number 11 Louisville. Their season's over.
Yep.
The fact that they're at 11
tells you everything you need to know.
Number 13 Tennessee. Their season's over.
18 Utah.
Number 14 Missouri. Their season's over.
My only thing on that though, Clay, is these schools you're naming are not national championship contenders. Tennessee's not. Louisville's
No,
not.
LSU is. Should be.
Should be.
The name is.
But I mean,
We're LSU. Freaking you.
100 ranked defense in the country. You don't deserve
17th Oklahoma. Like we should. I just don't like it. I don't like it. And more is better. I don't give a crap. If there's upsets,
That's what
well.
she said.
I mean, if the big teams, if Georgia goes and beats 11th ranked Louisville next year in the first round of the playoff, like it probably will happen by 50. Oh well. But
so be it.
It's another football game. It's another team that gets to have happiness in November. Like there's another team that
it's more money.
It's more money. It's more
advertising.
It's more real football. I don't care about the Outback Bowl. I want to watch a real bowl game. I want to watch a game that matters.
We're predicted to play Notre Dame in a bowl game, by the way.
And you know what? You know how much I'll care?
0.
None.
I figured that build-up will actually be pretty interesting. with Notre Dame,
it's just a storyline.
And Brian Kelly.
But like last year, Purdue
to win what?
Care. We won 60.
But hey, and I don't know if they played, but I have a feeling they're going to put us with USC.
Yeah, I've been seeing people say that.
That's what I feel.
Caleb Williams won't play. It won't matter. The game will suck. I'll bet on it. That'll be it. Like
I'll bet on it.
That's how it'll go. I just.
Would you be okay with Jaden skipping the championship game or the bowl game?
Yeah.
He won't.
I would.
Neighbors
would
will.
him to.
Neighbors will.
Neighbors needs to. I think Jaden would need to.
Jaden won't because he's not
Jaden.
solidified yet, and he's a college guy, 5th-year guy.
I don't even think Neighbors will. I think Neighbors will play.
But by then,
if JD5 plays,
maybe by then he's solidified who he is.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not gonna prove himself anymore. All he can do is hurt himself.
Love the new rule today with the Senior Bowl stuff.
I saw that.
Liked that a lot.
I thought that was already a rule.
No, with the juniors, I think
it
depended on if your
age.
Yeah, if you were an age or have graduated or something like that.
I knew there was some type of technicality.
Like if you were a redshirt junior, probably you could probably go. But yeah, that's that. College football is getting better next year. We're going to believe in us, and we're going to have a preview show next year where we will be the national champions. So there's that.
Go ahead and write it down. Yeah.
Or do I need to put a hot take on the fridge for 2026?
It's not a hot take. It's a guarantee. We'll be the dynasty by then.
January 2025. National champions or fire Kelly. How about that? So we're gonna run through the slate this weekend. Not great. About two or three games, and then we're gonna do our top 25. No, not top 25. My God, our top 10 quarterbacks under 25. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna throw that on the college episode just because we got our herd hierarchies on the
under 25
on the NFL. Yes, under 25. We don't want to put Tua and Herbert and Hurts.
Virginia,
Louisville. Louisville's gonna win. Florida, LSU. How about LSU?
Yeah.
LSU by 30.
It's going to be really tough because Napier's going to want that game bad.
He needs that game. Recruiting wise, he needs it.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good in recruiting, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he wants to win the boot probably still.
Yeah,
he's going to have a chip on his shoulder from not getting the job.
You know why he's doing good in recruiting?
Why's that?
They went A&M over there. They said they are backing the Brinks truck out. Yeah.
What boosters come from Florida? What the hell do they graduate there? They graduate veterinarians from freaking A&M, so that makes sense.
Well, they got old money in A&M.
In Gainesville, Florida?
That's about A&M. They got old money.
Oh, A&M, that as well.
Yeah.
But what do you graduate from Gainesville, Florida?
Criminals?
Thugs, that's about it. I mean, murderers.
Might be some drug deals.
Racists.
Hey, you make good money in drug deals.
Yeah.
I mean...
Christians, abortion survivors,
philanthropists.
I've always wondered that in Tallahassee, like Florida State. What the freak? Where did that money come from?
Deion Sanders,
Bobby Bowden.
Think he still gives to Florida State? Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, Bobby Bowden.
Did Bobby Bowden die?
I think so.
I think he did.
Had to have, huh?
I think he did.
You know, he was supposed to have Randy Moss, and then Randy went down there for a thingamabob for a visit, and he didn't like Randy. Randy
that was on
that
was on the 30 for 30.
Rand University. Yeah, he didn't like
that.
He didn't like Randy.
Probably not.
He didn't think it would be he didn't think it'd be good for Randy for him to come.
Probably
there.
not. It probably wouldn't have been.
So he went to Marshall.
LSU's going to win. If they don't, fire Kelly. Michigan, Penn State. At Penn State, Happy Valley, 11 a.m.
Make me a promise, Peyton.
Okay.
If we give up more than 4 touchdowns, I want to fire Matt House chant.
Oh, okay.
In Tiger Stadium.
I'll start.
I did not get to play neck at homecoming. I did not get to play neck.
That's true.
Did you notice that they played neck before the Bama game?
We
at the coin flip?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard it.
Yeah. I was like, holy crap. Somebody's getting in trouble, but they didn't care apparently.
Didn't give us the edge.
Penn State, 4.5-point underdogs at home against Michigan. Interesting line.
They're basically saying prove it, Drew.
I am very, very excited to watch this game.
Yep, it's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a great game. Assuming Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt on the call. Heck yeah.
I'm about tired of Gus Johnson.
I can't tired of Gus Johnson.
Well, does it feel like there's been more just like great games on at 11 this year?
Well, no, I'm just tired of the fact that when he calls a game, it sounds like he's not at the game. So I want you to listen for that, Clay. It sounds like the COVID broadcast whenever they did from their
Yeah, but he's
house.
still electric.
Yeah.
Yeah. After
Oh my God! He just ran it for 2.5 yards.
Hey, I'd rather that than CBS.
Ball crosses the pylon.
I didn't get to
And
listen.
He's rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
I didn't even get to listen to CBS, and I know I hated it.
Last time ever listening to Gary.
Yeah, I
They weren't that bad.
no,
I will
they
say
really
that.
weren't. They weren't that
but
bad.
still screw him.
I like I don't know Gary, but I like the other one.
Gary's dead to me. I hate
The
Gary.
other one's really good in my opinion.
Gary can write.
But hey, I'll listen to Gary over freaking RG3 any day.
RG3 might be the worst in the game now.
Has to be the worst.
He is horrible.
Absolutely trash. and it's not just us. You get on the old Twitter machine.
It's everybody.
When he plays, when they're doing a game, they are crushing him, man. He is terrible. Why he gets the 6 o'clock slot on ESPN, I don't know.
So
where did McElroy go?
LSU's on SEC Network.
SEC Network, I think.
I like McElroy.
I do
So
like McElroy.
is he going to be doing Ole Miss, Georgia?
Yeah, 6 o'clock on ESPN.
Huh. Interesting.
It's going to be a wet dream.
So who do y'all got? Penn State, Michigan.
Michigan.
I got Michigan to cover.
I think I see like a 31-17 type game.
I'm very excited.
If Harbaugh can run it up a little bit, he's going to run that song up.
Dude, that whole team is like
Dude, they're
it's us
pissed.
against the world type mentality.
Penn State
Yeah.
might not score.
I think they're going to have trouble. I really do. Michigan's got NFL dudes on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if Penn
this
State
will be my first time to really watch Michigan this year, just because every game has sucked. I watched them play Rutgers, but I mean, like, this is going to be their first real test.
Yes.
And yes, Penn State hasn't had the best couple weeks, but still one of the better teams in the country. It's gonna be a very interesting game. I mean, Michigan literally hasn't been tested like this. The Wolves are just running it up on the Pels.
Freaking out there with the practice. Is CJ out for like months? I mean, what is this?
They never even came up. They never even came out with a timetable.
I know. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, that's that game. Bama, Kentucky. I mean, 11-point spread on the road at Kentucky.
I thought it was 10.5.
Yeah, might
I
have
wrote
been.
that down because it's tempting. Because
I would think Bama wins that.
I don't think Kentucky can score.
Yeah.
much on them. That's the thing.
Semi letdown.
Yeah.
They won't be as hyped up.
But
Kentucky will probably run a spy.
But Bama's defense is pretty good, and I just don't. I don't see Leary dicing them up. And I might be wrong.
Did I put that in my bets? I can't remember. Hold on.
I have it down because it was a 10.5 on FanDuel.
Yeah,
I came
definitely
close to
thinking it.
putting it in there, but it's a road game, 11 a.m. Hard to get up for those.
I can't believe they put Bama at 11 a.m.
Who's the CBS game?
Tennessee, Missouri. They're two top 15.
But why not?
Ole
why
Miss
not
and
Ole
Georgia?
Miss, Georgia?
I guess
Two
because-
teams whose seasons are over.
I guess because Georgia's been on it.
Been on it the whole time.
Very good.
That's never stopped them from doing Bama.
Yeah.
It shocked me that wasn't CBS. And they
I just saw it a second ago,
They
and I was
just
like, huh?
announced it Sunday. Like, I mean, they had the chance to do it. It shocked me, man.
Like maybe they were thinking Ole Miss was going to blow it or something, but
I think Ole Miss is pretty dang good.
I'm
Very excited to watch
Lane
that game.
Kiffin is one of my favorite coaches.
Kiffin made the hire of the offseason when he got.
You sure you want to go watch LSU Florida
at
instead
TC?
of Ole Miss Georgia?
Is that-
That good recruiter.
I'm gonna have fun.
that was Nick's guy. He took Nick's best
That's what I'm saying.
recruiter.
Yeah, that was shocking. That just tells you it's hard to. They get tired.
They get tired dealing with
Working
it.
or saving all the time. That was I'm telling you, Kiffin made that hire. That was the hire of the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed that program up a lot, and he ain't even got there to recruit guys yet.
No,
Like,
and that's
he's-
what he's best at.
Yeah, he's doing it with these dudes Kiffin already had there that weren't that good last year. Be interesting.
It might be a better game than I expected.
Oh, I'm very excited to watch it.
Yeah.
Kansas hosting Texas Tech.
Next.
3.5-point spread. You'll see that later. Tulane, Tulsa.
Next.
Next. Colorado, Arizona.
Next.
Colorado's better. Carlos
He's
really
7
bad.
or 8 guys away, but he's going to be a lot more than 7 or 8 points away Saturday.
Shout out Arizona.
Arizona's freaking
How about
good,
how
man.
about changing your freaking OC and you freaking went worse?
Yeah.
Yeah. The old train's not smooth sailing as it was when they played the garbage TCU team that I was trying to tell everybody it was.
1-5 in the Pac-12.
I don't know if they're going to win another one.
No, they're done.
I think. I mean,
Their season's over.
Yeah, because they got.
Hey, they hit their over. That's all I know.
They still got
Washington State next week.
At Wazoo, though. That's a hard place to play.
Washington State would be being at home. That's tough.
Fullman's hard.
That's your only shot, though.
I don't know. I'm not counting them out against Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona's played well.
1 o'clock start time's also weird, but it's also
In Boulder.
It's in Boulder, so it's only gonna be noon. So
I mean, it's not like
the weather's going.
Their only blowout was Oregon.
I wonder what the weather's going to be like over there because that Colorado State game was that last weekend. It was covered in snow.
yeah, that's true.
So just
And the Broncos
49
game.
degrees, sunshine. It looks like.
I'll be hot.
So that'll be fine. Yeah, it's not going to affect.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be. I'll probably.
I
watch
saw a
it.
report that Shadur's not leaving.
Yeah,
He ain't going nowhere.
Dion basically said it.
Yeah, he's and
I thought
the
Shiloh
report
was a
said.
senior.
I thought he
Is
was
he
old
not?
as dirt.
No, because
He's not even eligible yet.
because he said that Shiloh and
I thought he was done.
He
He's
said
not
Shiloh
draft eligible.
and Shador will go leave the draft together.
You saw it on that NFL Rookie Watch Twitter page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that he's coming back because Daddy said he has to.
Well, I mean, and I think it just makes more sense.
I thought Shiloh was a senior. Though.
I did too. I thought he's like a
I
fifth year
thought
guy.
he was
Yeah.
old.
I did.
He's not even draft eligible according to
He's
that.
gonna be
so.
pretty. He might be pretty good in the league then.
Could be.
He's not bad.
He's a Sanders.
Yes, that's true.
He got screwed getting injected. Though.
Yeah. Baylor K State, very crazy line there, 20.5.
Let's go K State.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
Hold up. Let's see if Baylor can make a
No,
bowl run.
No.
Uh-oh. TCU and West Virginia.
Oh,
They can win out.
Virginia.
If they beat K-State, they win out.
Crap.
And Aranda keeps his job.
Crap. Give me Aranda.
5-7, though. They won't. They'll fire
They're
him.
fired. Because he's in year 3.
6-6 with
gone.
a road win at K-State. They keep him.
Because he's in year 3, so.
Florida State, Miami. Not as interesting as it was about 3 weeks ago.
I wrote the 14 down over here. I don't know if I want to use it yet.
Yeah.
I
For
think
plus?
Yeah, the plus 14. I think Miami's going to make this a game.
Yeah. I mean,
they always do.
And
It's always a good game.
And Florida State.
they haven't really been blowing out people.
No, exactly.
They've been
They're
kinda
not
just going
good.
by.
They're
I don't-
not good.
They're good. They're good.
They're not good.
They're
Is-
good. They're a good team.
Is Van Dyke
They're
playing?
not good. I'll die on it.
Van Dyke did play last week. 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. There you go. Utah,
He
Washington.
might be a healthy scratch.
At Washington, Utah coming off a 55-3 win last week, I believe, against A-State.
Game of the weekend right here.
Washington, 9.5-point favorite. Statement game.
Love my Huskies.
I don't like Utah in this game because of the quarterback situation.
They just put up 55 points, though, on an
Hard-
A-State
hard to
team
play in Husky Stadium.
at home. At home.
Hard to play in Husky Stadium.
Yeah, Husky
Ask
Stadium
Bo
at
Nix.
12:30.
They rattled Dan Lanning.
It's a big field. It's a big field in Washington.
It is. It's wider
Yeah,
somehow.
their field's wider. I think it's too close to Canada. I'm excited to watch that one. It's one of the
He solidifies the Heisman this weekend.
hopefully. Let me get some money. Have something good come out of this college season.
Bo Nix and Oregon beat them in the Pac-12 championship. Does Nix get the Heisman?
I don't.
He's second in odds.
That's what I'm saying.
How though?
Not sure. Don't know how.
Clay, who else is going to be?
That's the thing. They're just trying to find some type of storyline.
McCarthy.
They don't
Exactly.
want to
I
put the
mean,
minus in front of Penix's name.
What do you? I mean,
That's all it
there's
is.
nobody else.
They were hoping
And
Jaden won.
he's got pretty
Saturday.
good stats,
I mean, he's got really good stats.
and he's also being talked as a first-round NFL guy, and I don't believe
He's
in
not
that.
a Heisman Trophy winner though.
He's
Heisman
not-
Trophy winner Bo Nix. No, doesn't make
Nah.
sense. Doesn't sound
I
right.
think it sounds right more than Michael Penix.
But if you hear Michael Penix, Washington,
because you know
best offense country,
because you know but best offense in the country.
it's
They've
just as
lost
good as
that in the last couple
LSU's.
weeks.
It's just as good as LSU.
They've been a little bumpy.
They got a better run game than we do.
Bo Nix is like Mac Jones winning it.
Yeah, I could see Nix winning
Yeah.
it.
It'd be like Justin Herbert winning
Stetson
it.
Bennett.
It's a well-known name. He's been around college for a while.
And it finally happened.
And then and then Oregon
I think
goes.
he gets the invite. I don't think he
Oregon
wins.
goes 12-1, and win the Pac-12?
I think he gets the invite, but he doesn't win.
I kind of agree with what Brandon Walker said like 2 weeks ago, and it was all about the odds and everything. He was like, everybody knows it's Penix's to lose. You know, the odds don't mean nothing.
I think people think they're going to slip up and lose a game.
Yeah,
I think it's what.
But if they say their one loss
but
is
he
to
has also
Oregon,
said that
and Oregon's
Jay
one
Daniels is
loss
the best player in the country this year.
If they're the one loss to Oregon, Oregon's one loss is to Washington.
It's all about win. It's all about when you lose it, though.
Yeah,
which is so dumb.
It's so dumb, but it is. Well, I mean, it's just like
go to Penix's stats.
Just
like
like
3,000 yet.
It's just like some of the Bama LSU days when, Fournette had the Heisman, won it to the Bama game, and next thing you know, what's his name from Bama won it because he played good that game, played good for the rest of the month of November.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, man.
I went down a rabbit hole the
Penix
other
is
day.
at 3,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 picks.
Do y'all know how good of a season Joe Burrow had that year?
He's pretty good.
Oh my God,
he's pretty good.
You forget how good it was.
Like it's scary how good
60.
it was.
60
touchdowns.
He's pretty good.
Almost 6,000 yards
in the SEC.
Yeah.
Like you're not Western Kentucky doing this crap. Like
he's pretty good.
60.
Yeah.
And didn't play in full games most of the season.
Didn't have to throw the ball a lot.
No, they ran it a lot in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something people. There's gonna be a documentary made. There's gonna have to be.
Team.
There has to be some type of cheating scandal. Like, I don't know why people don't think we didn't like anti-dope or something. I don't know.
That's why Joe Brady's disappeared.
There you go.
There's a reason why I still randomly go back to that year and watch ball games. Like
Yeah.
I pull them up. I watch
Special.
that Oklahoma game. I will watch Justin Jefferson do this in the end zone over and over and over when he cut it off.
First half.
Touchdowns. Yeah, first half. Like
During COVID, I watched the national championship game like 5 or 6 times.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like 5 or 6 times, start to finish. Like I'd never seen it before.
I last few years I watched the 2019 Bama LSU game the week of our game.
Yeah,
like,
you got to.
it just
That's what I used to do with the 9-6 game.
And
then we finally won again.
And Clyde tap toes down the sideline with holding the ball out to the side. He sneaks in.
That's not the best play from that game.
Legendary play there.
What's the best play from that game, Clay? Do you remember?
Talking about the deep throw?
The actual LSU Bama win. The 2019 one.
Chase had a catch, right?
What
do you
Thad
think?
Moss.
Oh,
sideline.
The sideline when he got the toes in.
Tipped
the toes.
Re-entered himself to the field of play.
I was thinking, was it
Then
Chase, Molson, Diggs? Didn't he do that?
No, everything else was just butt naked open.
I thought Chase Moss Diggs at the goal line and then went in.
Nuh-uh.
Did he not?
No, Clyde ran somebody over and then went to the end zone.
He didn't Moss him in the
demon
end zone.
horns.
He catches it and then goes into the end zone. I could have sworn he did.
Yeah, I don't think so. But is that it? Is that everybody?
No.
All the games?
Here's a YouTube video. I could have sworn he makes a catch about the 5-yard line. Let's see. It's about there's
I
a
don't
video.
think that was a Jamar Chase.
There's
game.
a video of their two game of their highlights against each other.
I thought that was I thought it was Justin Jefferson's turn.
It's that play right there. Exactly what I just said.
Yeah, but he hit Moss him. He fell down.
Yeah, Jamar just kind of.
He mossed him.
He fell.
Yeah, because Jamar jumped in front of him.
It was one of my least favorite things about football, the underthrown ball.
Yeah, but he
the
called it
quarterback
on
gets
him.
rewarded for it. I hate it. Hate that.
That's the
crap.
play I think of. Was that play? Just because it was first round receiver on first round corner.
Go to Cincy, JJ.
Every Louisiana fan will already be there.
They'll jump ship from the Saints.
Holy crap.
I already get tired of seeing the Bengals crap as it is. That's part of the reason why I hate freaking the Bengals now. All you see is Joe Burrow.
Tennessee, Missouri. Missouri had a great game against Georgia. I mean, you couldn't ask for much in that.
They really did. They played their freaking you-know-what off.
Yeah.
Missouri played well.
Burden's about to hit 1,000 yards.
He's
7 touchdowns.
good. They're good. Coach is good.
He's not even. He's not draft eligible either.
No, he's a sophomore.
Yep,
he's going to be legit.
He feels like one of those guys that could play.
OK State 2.5-point favorite at UCF.
OK State's playing well. Shout out to Gundy. He's turned that thing around. It was looking really rough first of the year.
Yeah. Rutgers, Iowa, 28.5-point line.
So what do you do there? I feel like
think over.
I feel like it's gonna hit the over too.
Rutgers can score a little bit.
The Rutgers Iowa over
28 and a half.
28 and a half.
I don't know. They put out all the stops against Ohio State Saturday.
But how many?
They put out the fumble rooski.
How many weeks in a row has Iowa
not hit it?
Yeah, like it's the streaks a lot. So I don't know.
Rutgers can they'll score a little bit.
After they did the fumble
dude, she's ugly.
She looks like a man.
Stanford, Oregon State. Love my Beavers. Ole Miss, Georgia. 10.5 point favorite. Georgia at Georgia.
I don't want to touch that game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm cheering for Ole Miss. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm cheering for Ole Miss, but I can see Georgia winning by 21, and then I can see it being like a 6-7 point.
I'm just glad that it's at a time where I can watch it. Like, it's the slate this week is perfect. There's one focus game each time slot, and then there's other games around there that I can throw on a separate TV or something. West Virginia, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Michigan State, 31.5 point line. Texas, TCU.
I think Ohio State's offense is good enough to have a 31.5 point line.
They're not that good.
Duke, North Carolina. Michigan State screwed me last week, beating freaking Nebraska.
Is Riley playing?
Must not be. 14.5 is a lot.
It was over and under.
We've been asking that question for about 6 weeks now.
15. It's the 15.5 that shot me.
Yeah,
like that seems low.
Did they not play last week, or did he not play last week?
I don't think he played last week.
Who did they play?
They got beat.
They played Wake Forest. He did not play. I know, and they won.
Oh, did they win? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because their quarterback threw like 3 picks.
But they didn't cover.
This guy right here, Grayson Loftus.
Oh boy,
look at him.
What
That's an athlete right there.
Is that a face tat?
It's an athlete.
Oh.
He had.
Did he get his eyebrows done?
I don't know. He had 86 yards.
Looks like he should be playing hockey.
USC, Oregon, 9:30.
They play field hockey at Duke.
73.5 over and under.
And probably will hit.
Probably hits with ease. Chance had the balls last week.
I tell you
for
what,
the
though,
Washington
I
games.
will say this:
hit easily.
I will say,
you watch out for them Trojans.
That Trojan defense without Grinch.
Oregon pass rush could shake Caleb up a little bit.
There's no shaking him.
Dude,
he's going to put up yards still.
Caleb worries me because which I know he's probably doing it because his defense is so bad. But sometimes I wish he would just throw it away.
Yeah,
like he tries to
improvises too much.
Way too much. Like,
watch out for them Trojans. That's all I got to say.
Saw something interesting about Oregon. I believe it's either next year or the year after. They're going to Hawaii to play, and teams that go to Hawaii have the option for a 13th game during their season.
And they're taking it.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's their.
Why do they get the option for a 13th game?
Because of the travel.
Yeah.
So they get rewarded by playing another football game?
If you want to.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't get it.
So I bet they play week 0 then.
They're playing.
That's when.
Yeah, and they're playing a weak team during that.
They can't get many people. They can't get many people to go to Oregon. I mean Hawaii.
Yeah,
they get the revenue back,
and they get
the home
to
game. They
get Mariota's family members.
It's a recruiting trip.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely. I mean, Oregon always has some type of Hawaiian native on their team.
Well,
it feels like.
I feel like Hawaii hasn't produced. Like usually every year, there's a guy at Utah. There's a guy
Ray Maluga.
Like there's somebody in the Pac-12 team or two that has Hawaiian guys. I feel like there hasn't been that.
Utah's probably got some D tackles.
Yeah, that's true.
Or BYU, one of. They always go to the Mormon schools.
They do.
Like, are Hawaiians like closet?
They're going
Mormons?
on Mormon mission trips to Hawaii.
That we figured it out.
That's it.
That's the scam of Brigham Young.
How do you ride a bike over the water?
You don't even have to take your helmet off. Just let me see what they have.
I almost hit some Mormons the other
Cody
day,
Zeller's
dude.
in.
Dude, I almost hit some the other day. I was taking Harley something to eat at work, and like that snuck up on them. They weren't getting out the way. They threw the thumbs up in the air. I was thinking, you're cheating.
Weren't pedaling fast enough.
They were walking.
Oh,
they wanted to ride. And I almost put it in reverse and went and told them they're a disgrace.
Anybody watching the Tech game? Homecoming?
No,
Cumbie getting fired?
Bill asked me if I was going to go to that. I laughed at him.
Cumbie getting fired, huh?
Oh, he's done.
That's some wild stuff.
He's gone.
Dude, that shocks me because I've met him 3 times and I couldn't believe he did that. If he did, that just doesn't seem like he would do that, in my opinion. But you do crazy stuff when you feel the pressure and heat on you, man.
Definitely.
So he feels it and he knows.
Let's do our last little segment for this, and then we can do our NFL episode.
What is our last little segment?
It's going to be our quarterback to the future.
Oh, that's this episode?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it on here. I mean, unless y'all want to cut it here and then open up NFL with it.
Well, how much NFL we going to talk?
Well, NFL will have...
Considering half of our guys are in college on this thing, might as well do it here.
Yeah.
Well, with NFL, we'll have our hierarchy list, our bets list. This would be a third list we'd add and then have to preview games.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it then because this is an hour 9. Let's do it then.
Let's just not preview games.
Let's do it then. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
so we'll end it here.
There's not many good ones to preview.
Yeah,
we had a lot of LSU, so we'll end it here. Go Tigers.
Go Huskies. How about the Bobcats?
Go Tigers.
Hey, they're back on a roll. Them Bobcats.
Bobcats versus Coastal Carolina.
What was that number?
It's a low over and under. Lower than I expected.
Let me see.
Like 55 maybe?
55.
And then McCall's playing too, so I'm not sure about that. But yeah, that's it for this one.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.